Hey everyone, I'm joined with Ryan Miller of Brent L. Miller Jewelers, and I've got to say thanks for having me out here. This has been a lovely trip, and you have a gorgeous store. I've got a few questions for you though.
Sure. Thanks so much for coming. We're excited that you're here.
So your store is in a beautiful part of the country, and it has some lovely horological history in the region here in Pennsylvania. Do you feel any desire to kind of help put Lancaster back on the map, the horological map, as a destination for watch enthusiasts?
Thank you. That's a great question, and I feel a strong desire to do that. You know, that we have the National Watch and Clock Museum here, and one of our team members, Eliel, is getting involved with the museum. There's some other buildings that aren't really being used in the horological world anymore, and it's a slow, long journey, but we are getting involved, and we want to put it back on the map. You coming here is a nice start, so thank you.
I appreciate that. Well, I mean, birthplace of Hamilton, and you guys carry Hamilton here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So a lot of the models that Hamilton currently makes were designed here in Lancaster. We love to talk about that. And when you're here in the store, almost every day someone comes in and their grandfather worked there or their grandmother worked there. And so people feel a strong connection to the brand, and we do as well.
I love that. So this kind of goes in with that question, but you run this store. This is a family-owned brick and mortar authorized dealer, and you also sell jewelry. But I guess you could say, what is your vision for helping make this a destination for watch enthusiasts?
Sure. So the experience that we give to the folks that walk in the store is what we're really focused on. You know, you can buy Hamilton at a lot of different spots in the country, but at Hamilton's home, and then how are you going to be treated when you walk in there? Gifts with purchase, different experiential things are really the focus. So you know, we're aware that these watches are available other places, but we really believe in making people feel special. That's what the watch is all about.
Yeah.
And it starts with the experience of how you acquire the watch, and I think that resonates through the ownership as long as you have the piece.
Yeah, well, I mean, where else? You can't do this anywhere else, but you get a Hamilton here, walk by or drive by the factory, the original factory, go to the museum.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love it.
Yeah, it's really special. And you know, you're talking about the horological history in the area. You know, Rolex has continued it with the service center they have in the area.
True.
Roland Murphy has continued it. You know, he's a longtime Hamilton employee that has his own watch company now in Lancaster County. So they're really, you know, the past, the future is there, and we kind of want to tie them together.
I love that. So here's another question for you, Ryan. Where do you see the future of the luxury watch market going? And do you foresee any notable changes to how people buy or shop for luxury watches?
Sure. So I think that's definitely at the most interesting point in the modern history of that, with brands going direct to consumer, brands starting to change their packaging, Breitling going to that blockchain warranty that can be transferred. Yeah. And I think Breitling's even making an effort to change the experience through their packaging is going to be totally biodegradable. So it's an interesting shift. I think that's an opportunity for them to relate to a different generation of customers. The experience when you buy in store versus buy online is going to be different. I think they're both going to evolve. You know, we're excited to create some experiences beyond the in-store buying experience. Part of which is doing things like what we're doing tonight with you, with a meet and greet in the store. So really ongoing experiences, I think, are the future that tie in with the ownership experience of the watch.
I definitely see that as a watch enthusiast, and I know a lot of the viewers can relate to this. You know, it's exciting to get a watch in the mail, but sometimes you want that 80 experience where you walk in, you just have a great time, you're in a lovely environment, and I don't know, it's a different type of experience that I think every watch enthusiast needs to try at least once. And if you're like me, you get hooked on it. You like buying in ADs rather than, you know, ordering online or anything like that. But here's another question, Ryan. Are there brands that you would love to add to your store lineup? And if so, could you tell us which?
Sure. Well, first, you know, 10 years ago, we didn't carry any of these brands that are around us now, and we're incredibly thankful for the partnership with those brands. The past 2 years, all of these brands have come out with really special products that are resonating with customers and us, and so our ultimate goal is growing with these brands. There are some other brands out there that really make customers and consumers feel special, and so, you know, we're always open to partnering with future brands, but, you know, no one that I'm ready to talk about right now.
Oh, no worries. Oh yeah, I say it's so excuse me, so cool. You got Omega, Breitling, Tag, Tudor right here, and they all have their own feel. It's like a little build out for each brand, and I don't know. I really like the way you've set up your store here. This is a really nice place to experience it. So, all right, let's do one more question, Ryan. Do you have a personal favorite brand or a favorite watch? And if so, what is it and what's next for you as the next watch purchase?
Sure. It's hard because I like watches so much and really connect with a lot of the watches that I own. You know, on our journey as a store, getting into the branded watch business, Breitling was the first company to open us as a retailer. And so I have a connection to the brand, and the watches really mean a lot to me for that reason. You know, that was 10 years ago, and now, you know, for example, I'm wearing this Tudor Chrono S&G on this camo fabric Tudor strap, and just I like everything about the watch so much. I got this watch in December, and I haven't been able to take it off. So I'm really connecting with a lot of the Tudor watches right now. I really like that the 925 silver watch.
Yes.
It just has a glow to it. I'm so curious to see how it wears on a daily basis and how that metal ages. Yeah. That said, I don't think that will be my next watch. The Tudor Heritage Chrono Blue is a watch I've always liked. Before we were a Tudor dealer, I always thought that was a special piece. So that'll probably be the next watch I get.
Awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen the 925, the silver Black Bay yet, but I know, Greg, if you're watching this, he described it as like frosty cool. There's something different about it.
Yeah.
You notice it, and you have to see it in person to really get the majesty of the new release. And I hear it's really special, so I'm looking forward to seeing it.
That's a good description of it. And yeah, it's got a little magic to it in person. It's a special piece.
Yeah. Well, thanks for a few minutes of your time, Ryan. And again, thanks for having me here in the store and letting me film for a few days and hosting this watch enthusiast meetup. I'm having a blast, so thank you.
Awesome. Well, we enjoy your videos, and we're excited you're here, so thank you.
You bet. Thanks.
Good time.